Alright, so I said I'd keep you guys up to speed, so I figured I'd take a break instead of getting too excited and doing all the work all at once. The Evo 1 custom kit has come in. It is about 4 times the regular price of the eBay kit, but the beauty of it is they're really well made, and the mounts come on the inside too, which is something that people usually scam you on, and there's no need for any kind of manipulation to put these on. You just have to cut the fenders, but the kit itself fits pretty well. It gets significantly wider. This is the front fender right here. So you can see kind of how that's going to work. I don't know if you can tell because of the color, but maybe later I'll make a better video for you guys. But for now, it is what it is. Decided to pull the motor out, make it all like jewelry, hopefully put it back together the right way, throw it back in the car, pulled it out with the engine and trans together. That way the body guy can do easier work. I have to do an ABS relocate because for the Evo 1 kit, in order to put the bigger wheels, bigger than the 17s, like we talked about in the other video, you have to cut the inside fender well. So that's another problem, but we'll get to that because apparently nobody really wants to do that. So hopefully we'll figure out a way. And then in terms of issues that I ran into pulling the motor out, it seems like Mercedes hates the 16 valve, so the parts are no longer available. That includes the lines to the condenser, that includes the AC line, that includes the radiator, that includes a whole bunch of basic things that are unique to the 16 valve that are no longer available, even stuff related to SLS. Oil cooler lines, mine had a leak, had to pull that out. Those are no longer available. Pretty much everything's no longer available. So if you're gonna do this, cross your fingers. They're not really available online either. I got an estimate for regular non-16 valve fenders for like $1,100 and they weren't even in good shape, which I think is ridiculous. Because when I bought this thing 17 years ago, it was kind of like the cheaper, beat up kind of car you buy to put around town. But now it's becoming kind of like a nostalgic elite collector's car. I'm still gonna drive the hell out of mine, so it's not gonna stop me. It's my car, I'll do whatever I want with it. It's not gonna sit here in the garage and be hidden. But I did take off all the components on the intake manifold side, exhaust manifold side, all the pulleys on the front, took off the wiring harness. Gonna go through the motor, clean it all up, pick particular colors that I wanna get powder coated. Gonna get the exhaust ceramic coated. Probably hit up the junkyard in a little bit, see if I can get the 2.6 front clip, so that way I can remove this front bar, which makes my life a hell of a lot easier to put the motor and transmission back in. Pretty much going through and noticing a whole bunch of little like tiny things like pinhole leaks, things like that I should probably shore up on that I wasn't noticing before. There was a lot of grime and gunk on the motor that I cleaned up. So pretty much I will go ahead and do what I can to clean this motor up, and by then probably do another video. I'm assuming the motor will be done before the body is because I don't really have a body guy. So when I figure all that out, it'll probably go out to them. They can clean the car up and do what's necessary. But they shouldn't have any problems with no motor in it, no trunk, no back seats, no nothing. It's pretty much shell of a car. Hopefully it turns out well. And my carbon bits will go on. I got the carbon fiber front splitter, carbon fiber rear spoiler. That's all in the basement right now. But yeah, too much to go into. I'll spare you guys the nonsense. Yeah, so just wish me luck. Hopefully it actually turns on after all this. So there we go. Alright, so that's the fender that we just talked about. This is the bracket that holds on the accessories. That is the whole oil cooler with the lines. I'm probably gonna have to cut those and put AN fittings on it to a custom oil cooler that would go in front of the radiator. I started cleaning all these off, just to make it clean and whatnot when I put it back together again. Hopefully get it powder coated. I gotta take everything apart, change all the gaskets inside when it gets powder coated, put it all back together again. Pretty much the motor's looking like right now. Had the valve cover done in the past, so that's why it looks all clean. Gonna have to sand and spray the side of the block, mainly because there's some flaking going on in terms of the paint. But that that should be okay. And then on the exhaust manifold side, which I actually pulled and I put right here, that's gonna get ceramic coated. Obviously downpipes, everything's out. Intake manifold, probably go through that one time, see what kind of colors I want to pick. So I put it all back together again. Assuming this one and this one will start matching. The rest of the kit is in this box. Doesn't really do you so much good when it's in the box. But yeah, I plan on doing an electric fan instead of a mechanical fan. Pretty much while I'm doing all this work, I might as well just do everything I wanted and do it right. In terms of inside the engine bay, I'm gonna do a battery relocate to the trunk. I plan on putting the reservoir for the coolant tank in here. It'll probably spill over where the harness is or underneath through this little hole. This area will have to be cleared out where it's corroded. So this will all get cut. So it'll be empty and it'll kind of have that shaved bay look with everything out of the way. As a result, I have to relocate this ABS module to make space. I can move those sensors a little bit further up and it'll go right behind the headlight. For the oil cooler to fit, I will have to cut this bar. I'll have to relocate this horn underneath the headlight in this corner. I'll put the ABS on a bracket underneath the headlight in this corner. Then I'll have to rebend and make all these metal lines over here. And hopefully by that point I'll have a body guy to which I can probably end up getting this actually powder coated as well in the back, that firewall, and have all that surface rust taken care of, just to make it nice and clean. And hopefully everything works out. But that's the game plan. And then hopefully it ends up okay. Hopefully the AC works. Wasn't working really before because of a leak. Couldn't really identify the leak, but hopefully we'll get there. So it is what it is. Working with what I got, small little space in my garage. So